What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 51, and today we are returning with two more games with Aston Villa as we close out 2019. December coming to its end today, and also we're going to begin the January transfer window too, and I'll give you a sneak peek of my shortlist heading in to the second window of the season. So on the back of what was a very great special episode number 50, if you guys haven't watched it, I uploaded yesterday morning for you guys. It was a 40-minute special featuring 6 games. It was really great. We won 5 of them and drew the first, and of course progressed into the Champions League knockout stages after our 2-0 victory on the final game of the group, where we found out we're taking on Atletico Madrid. We also went top of the table after our wins over Arsenal and Watford. So today we take on Eddie Howe's Bournemouth at home and Newcastle away at St James's Park, aiming to stay top of the tree as we will enter the January window as well. So yeah, loads and loads of things to get through today. So let's just dive straight into it. First game is going to be Bournemouth. Let's dive into it. But actually, just before we do that, we will have an academy update today. And speaking of the academy, we've just received news that Karim El Hindi wants to cancel his contract as he thinks he's ready to be called up to the senior squad. I will be the judge of that. So El Hindi is one of the Egyptian young talents we put in our academy in the last episode. And I don't recall this guy being that special. Left wing, 16 overall. Yeah, only 53 overall. You really think you're good enough now, Karim? You really think you're good enough now with those sort of stats? I don't think so. 75 to 94 potential. So clearly might have something for the future, but do you know what? I'm going to gamble because we've got a better young Korean talent there, 59 overall in the wide midfield area, and Murad Hamdi as well. If he wants to cancel his contract, cancel your contract. I'm not giving you a pro deal. You're nowhere near good enough. So as we jump into the first of the 2 games today, then we do indeed welcome Eddie Howe's Charities to come and take us on here at Villa Park. I normally rave about Bournemouth's team in career mode because they ordinarily build a really fun one, but this season they're having a really tough time. Just 4 wins picked up all season long, sitting in 19th place. We got to fancy our chance here at home today after a really impressive run of form, making it 6 wins in our last 7. So our team for the game is going to be the 3-5-2 and the same lineup as you've seen in the last few games. Right now we are just on fire in the Premier League, playing so well, so no alterations to our team. Bournemouth's team 4-4-1-1, but still a really good team, really decent defence and a threatening attack as well. Janssen supporting Josh King. They may be 19th, only 4 wins all season long, but a pretty tough test to start off with, but a good chance to see whether we can keep our form going and get another win here. Let's find out. Come on, Aston Villa.
It is a success for the host today, based so far on shutting out the opposition.
Well, some people call this side boring, but not for me, because they just love their clean sheets, don't they?
The reason I call it a tough test, despite the contrast in forms between 2 clubs, is because if you watch my Huddersfield save, firstly, thank you very much, and you've watched my saves for a while now, you know that Bournemouth is, I wouldn't necessarily call them a bogey team, but they're certainly a team that we do have good battles against, normally high-scoring games, and I'm expecting nothing but the same in this one as well. So, good test for us here to keep our form going. Let's see if we can do just that. Should be an early corner for Aston Villa, who's really shot the flex off Francis and behind. And Schupf in fine form at the moment is going to take it. Aims for Christian Benteke, and Socrates is denied his 2nd goal in just a few games by a clearance off the line. He scored the goal against Spurs to put us in front at Wembley. Almost made it 2 in his last 4, but a good goal line clearance keeps the score scoreless. Socrates had a bit of a mixed start to his career here at Aston Villa, but he's really picked it up in recent weeks. And speaking of picking it up, Alessandro Schupf, player of the month for November, comes down the left and tries to release Christian Benteke, who holds it up well and keeps hold of the ball. Can he get shot away? Yes, he can. And tests Adam Federici, who turns it behind for a corner. Still 0-0, but the early pressure coming from the hosts, as you would expect, based on our former late. Still goalless. Can we take the lead? No, because for the 2nd time in 24 minutes, there's a clearance off the line. This time, Brereton denied. Still 0-0 as we look for the early opening. Socrates on the ball, crosses blocked, Lewis crosses, and a mix-up, and Benteke can't turn it in, so Parra gets it away. Still 0-0, all the early chances coming to Aston Villa. Let's take one and get in front. Here come Bournemouth with Lewis Cook on the ball, and the young talented midfielder steps inside, and Janssen tests Sakadi, who of late has been in fantastic form, makes the save and will throw out and pass out from the back. What a start from Aston Villa. It's going to count for nothing unless we can get that goal to go in front. Brereton on the ball, turns his man, has Bustos out wide and finds him, and Benteke's in the middle. Got away for the big Belgian, in it goes. Christian! 1-0. There it is. Christian Benteke had a struggling start to the season, makes it Aston Villa 1, Bournemouth 0, and after a fantastic start from the Villa, look, it was coming. It was coming. We were always going to take the lead at some point. We kept our foot on the gas pedal, kept the attacking intensity up, and there it is. The Belgian with a goal, 1-0 Villa. I love Fabricio Bustos, man. His crosses are fantastic. Look at that curl. Wonderful delivery. Federici caught in no man's land as Benteke volleys own for his 5th of the Premier League this season. Not too many goals to start the campaign off, but in recent weeks is beginning to pick it up. Scored against Schalke, scored against Rubin, scored against... Who else did he score against? It wasn't Arsenal, that was Brereton. I can't remember. He scored against someone else who won the Premier League, and now one here against Bournemouth as well. 1-0, and we do take the deserved lead. As Bustos flicks inside to Brereton, and Brereton back to Bustos, trying to get around his man down the right-hand side, releases Brereton, and once again across to the middle towards Benteke. Instead, Grealish goes up, easy save, still 1-0, but all the pressure coming from Villa. Loving this. Who did Benteke score against? I'm trying to think. He scored in the last... Oh, Crystal Palace, that's it. I knew I was going to get there eventually. It took me a while, but yeah, Crystal Palace was who Benteke scored his first league goal in a while against. Because before that, he hadn't scored in the league. Before that, since the Liverpool game, where he scored twice. So that was really important. He got off the mark there. Schupp tries to find him, and does. And Benteke will give it him back, and Alessandro Schupp inside the area. Oh, should have doubled our lead straight into the gloves of Federici. If we don't win this game, I'll be absolutely fuming, because we have had so many chances, so many opportunities, but still lead by just a 1 goal. Got to see these 3 points out. We want to stay top of the table heading into the new year. Into the final minute, one final chance for Bournemouth. Ball into the box, finds Josh King. King to Janssen. Oh, Icardi bails us out in stoppage time with a fantastic save. What form the young Italian's been in late as he looks for his 3rd clean sheet in 4. Corner for Bournemouth. Just got to defend this and we'll see out the 3 points. Then there is delivery. Is eventually cleared by Benteke. Green flicks on, and that should be the game. Referee, where is that final whistle? Stendera on the turn. Looks for one late opportunity. Plays it inside. There's Socrates, and that will do it. Final score, Aston Villa 1, Bournemouth 0. It was a controlled display for the most part, but a heart-in-mouth moment at the end. Icardi, the young Italian teenager, with his 3rd clean sheet in 4, bails us out, and we stay top of the table with a big win here. Come on. Should have scored more goals in this game, absolutely no denying it. 11 shots, 9 on target, but just the 1 notched up. But thankfully, when we needed the 1 clinical finish, we got it through Christian Benteke, firing us in front, and we held on for the scoreline. So 1 of the final score. I'm going to give man the match though to Socrates. Benteke got the goal, but I thought Socrates at the back was really, really good in this game. A couple of crucial interceptions and clearances and big tackles as well, as he helped us keep the clean sheet, as our club captain, new for this year, is continuing to impress. So 1-0 the final score, and how did Manchester United get on? They didn't play. No, actually they did. I must have missed it. They drew 1-1 with Norwich, but Stoke lost to Manchester City, which means the table now looks like this. 17 games in, 1 game to go in December, and then 1 game away from an halfway point. And right now, top of the table by 4 points, which does guarantee that come the end of today's episode, regardless of the results in James's Park, we will be top of the table to start 2020 off. That is a brilliant way to pick our form up. After just 1 win in 8, we have turned it around big time. I told you the 3-5-2 would come good, and it certainly has. And there's another youth player that wants to terminate his contract as well. This time Tyler Carter wants a pro deal. Can't you just wait until the first, lads? Because then I can do it when I show the academy update. So Tyler Carter, let's take a look at this young Cam, 17 years old. Oh, okay, he's definitely getting a pro deal. Listed as a playmaker, technically very good already. Curve 77, free kick accuracy 71, long pass 64, long shot 67, short pass 66 as well, and 63 ball control. Not bad on a 17-year-old, so we'll promote him to our first team and see just how good he is before the Newcastle game. Let's find out what his potential is. Hopefully Larry Evans will turn 60 as well as soon as we hit January, so we can find out the young Americans' talent as well. So where is young Tyler Carter? How good is his potential? Where is he? There he is right there. Showing great potential. A little bit of a letdown. Medium-low work rates. And looks a bit stocky, doesn't he? Got to shred a few pounds there, mate. Me and you both. But showing great potential. Cam lonely listed position. And 3-star skills, 2-star weak foot. Yeah, a little bit disappointing, that one. And so, as we move into our second and final game today, and the final game of the calendar year as well, as we take on Rafa Benitez and Newcastle United away at St James's Park. They, like Bournemouth, are having a struggling season, and would really like to end December with a win. But for us, we're looking to make it 8 wins in our last 9 games in all competitions, and hopefully we'll be able to get the job done here. So Newcastle's team, just like Bournemouth, 4-4-1-1, and pretty decent to be fair, but certainly so fancy our chances against our form right now, and that's why there's no changes once again to our formation and lineup. I do want to make alterations to keep the players fit, because right now they're a little bit tired heading to the game, but we're playing so well, can't afford to give anyone a rest. So Newcastle second and final game today. Let's keep the great streak going and end 2019 on a massive high. Free kick won by Christian Benteke right on the edge of the area, 27 minutes in, and a chance for us to go in front of what's been a scrappy first half an hour with no chances whatsoever. And as we've got Barkley standing over it, we've got a couple of decent free kick takers in the team. Grealish is one as well. Toby Lewis, a 73 free kick accuracy. But I'm going to let Barkley take this. I'm going to try and drill it in at the near post and catch Rob Elliott out. Ross to take it, smashes one, and Elliott provides the save and turns it behind for a corner. Still goalless 28 minutes in. Been a very poor start to this game, unlike the Bournemouth one. Maybe fitness and fatigue is proven to be a big hurdle for us, as Barkley's first shot is blocked and so is the second one. And Newcastle clear. Just can't seem to break them down and create clear-cut chances. You can see just before the break, we're quite tired out there. The majority of my players starting this game are on 70 to 75% stamina, as this match comes just 2 days after I went at home to Bournemouth. And that is a big concern. I say this a lot, like rotating your squad in career mode is so valuable, really, really important, and very, very crucial for a long season. But in this spell of fixtures, we've not rotated the side at all because we've played so well. But I really feel as though fitness and fatigue is affecting us out there, and I probably should have made at least 1 or 2 changes to our lineup heading into the game to make sure we were a little bit fitter and prepared for this one. As Sterry steps inside Schupp and plays back towards Jamal Lascelles. The good news is Newcastle haven't really broken us down yet and got too many chances. But that could change here with Matt Ritchie finding Tony. And the young striker on the ball back towards the former Bournemouth man. There's Schupp with the tackle though. And we should get the danger away. Come on, Aston Villa. Let's create our first proper chance here. Brereton to Benteke. Back to Ben. The strike duo linking up. Over the top to Benteke. Flicks it onto Schupp. Down the left-hand side. Alessandro has a man coming across him. Ritchie takes it round him. Crosses to the middle. Arriving is Fabricio Bustos. Oh, what a goal. What a goal by Fabricio Bustos. And Aston Villa take the lead right on the stroke of half-time. He got the assist for Benteke's goal against Bournemouth and gets the goal to get us in front here just before the break. And what a lovely move from inside our own half to get up the pitch and find a goal to get in front. Benteke, such a great target forward, flicks it onto Alessandro Schupp. Lovely reverse step over, brilliant delivery. Fabricio will be proud of that one. And what a volley that was as it goes past Rob Elliott and into the top corner. Beautiful technique by the Argentine into the back of the net. Newcastle 0, a tired Aston Villa 1. Come on. Newcastle attacking down the left, but there is Dale Fry with a tackle. And Bustos will slide it into Grealish. Now Brereton looking for Benteke, who runs in behind, and now Brereton continues to run. He's found him. It's Ben. It's Jack. It's another wonderful build-up. Now can we finish it? Oh, Rob Elliott with the fingertip saving the shells. Heads it away, and it's eventually cleared. Still 1-0, but we've had some really good football this afternoon. You know, sometimes we're far too forceful in our play, and we don't have nice build-ups, but today, our possession's been really good, and our attacks have been free-flowing and really fun to watch. But here come the Magpies looking for an equaliser. Charities there, still 1-0. Brereton through to Bustos down the right-hand side, crosses to the middle. Grealish is waiting, controls on the chest, flicks it over his head, finds space to shoot. Oh, off the crossbar, but he follows in his own rebound and makes it 2-0. There is the 2-goal cushion we were looking for. Jack Grealish continues his fantastic start to the season with another goal. Newcastle 0, Aston Villa 2, but I really wish that the first shot would have gone in, because it was a wonderful piece of technique to control on the chest, flick it over the head, and in the half-volley acrobatic effort off the post. But look at how many black and white shirts failed to react there. To be fair to the number 40, he was tripped by his own 42. He was tripped by his own goalkeeper Rob Elliott, but Grealish first to react, turns it in to the open goal. Newcastle 0, Aston Villa 2, and we are going to make it 8 wins in our last 9 games in all competitions. Aston Villa just on fire. Bustos should get an assist to add to his goal today as well. He's been great today against the Cherries and the Magpies. Really stepped up as that cross to the middle was deflected and turned behind for a corner. And with 3.5 minutes to go, one late chance for Newcastle for a late fight back into the game. They're sending everyone forward, including Rob Elliott. Bamba takes it. Icardi stays on his line, and Mikel Merino heads it over him and into the back of the net. The Spaniard ruins the Italians' 4th clean sheet in 5. It's Newcastle 1, Aston Villa 2. And with 2.5 minutes to go, game not over yet. I started bringing Icardi out and said said, no, go back to your line, Luca. My mistake there. I take the blame for that one. And the Magpies half the deficit. Is it a little too late? Stones through to Benteke. Almost there as Christian slides it into Alessandro Schutt. Space to shoot from a tight angle or cut inside himself and then have a go. And there it is. It's game over now. It is game over now. Points beyond doubt. Newcastle 1, Aston Villa 3. And November's player of the month, Alessandro Schutt, wraps up the points, restores our 2-goal cushion and puts the game beyond doubt. 3-1, points in the bag. Nice ball by Benteke. Schutt fake shots around 2 defenders, bamboozles them both and drills it past Rob Elliott into the far corner. Newcastle 1, Aston Villa 3. Thank goodness for that, we're getting the win. A dramatic late finish, but in the end we get the job done. Final score, Newcastle 1, Aston Villa 3. Really pleased to get the win on this fantastic run of form for Aston Villa, where we just don't appear to be slowing down whatsoever. I knew the 3-5-2 would come good, and it certainly has. Like against Bournemouth, 11 shots, 9 on target, had more of the ball with 57% possession as well. Newcastle scoring with their only attempt of the game through Mikel Merino. Definitely deserved the 3 points, no question. For man of the match, no surprises. Mauricio Bustos with the first goal and the assist for our second, with a really brilliant display in 2 fantastic performances against 2 relegation threatened sides. So great way to end 2019. 8 wins in 9 in all competitions, top of the table as well. That is exactly how we wanted to end December. And so, as January is here, we are going to end today's episode off by taking a look at our shortlist, our players on the transfer list, and what we plan to do in January with our budget as well. We'll start off with the inbox here, though, where you can see that Archie Cox has left the club and joined Sheffield United after agreeing a deal with the Blades earlier on this season. I think the deal was like £1.2 million or something like that, so that's good news. He leaves at the 67th time of asking. And the transfer window is now open, and Tyler Adams says, thanks for the recent chances. You've barely played, mate, but fair enough. And also a brief look at the academy as well, so you can see how the youth squad is currently getting on. Murad Hamadi could be a pretty decent young Egyptian winger, as could El Mubarak as well. A couple of decent Koreans here too, including this goalkeeper who looks absolutely fantastic, Il Young Ko, who I'm really excited about for the future with 74 kicking. Gotta love that at 6'4", and El Hindi could still be alright, but the overall's quite poor. But the real talent still are the Americans. Reese Wood, 61 overall, 84-90 potential, and David Wilson, the standout, still yet to turn 16, but 15 years old, 62 overall, 92-94 potential, and there's a young Korean and English talent for you as well. Has Larry Evans turned 60 yet? That's what I want to know, because I want to see if this guy's got potentially special like we anticipate. Let's find out if he has or not. No, still 59 overall. But as for January then, January is here, and you can see our budget right now, £8 million. Not a lot of cash to play with in our kitty right now, but could make 1 or 2 more signings. Now, I got to be honest, we've been playing the pre-contract game throughout the series so far. That is most likely the route will go down again, because on my shortlist right now, that makes up the majority of the players available to sign. But the guy we really want is this guy, Ezekiel Barker, and I'm wondering whether we should not sign anyone in January, save the cash, give us the best chance of having the biggest budget for next season, unlike the first 2 years, and bring in Ezekiel Barker for season 4, because you guys have been raving about this guy. Obviously, I've never had him before, but 82 rated, 27.5 mil valuation now. It's just a shame that the team just don't want to let him go, as they've not got enough depth. So Barker's the one we want. We can't afford him. But as for the free agents, well, Geis is not a free agent this year, but I'm still considering him. I really would like him. 26 years old and some really good stats as well. And there are 2 free agents there in Trapicio and Fakai, who we discussed in the summer. Could add depth to this team, but I'm not entirely sure they're worth signing. But as for the free transfers on pre-contracts, these are the guys on my shortlist right now, and there's quite a lot of them. Serge Gnabry, 83 rated from Bayern Munich, can play on the left side or the right-hand side. 86 grand is his current wage, valued £29 million. Looks absolutely fantastic with 4-star skill moves. I think I've had Gnabry once before, but I'm not too sure what save it was. Maybe I heard a Berlin save. Lucas Hernandez obviously does so well in career mode. 81 rated, 6-foot centre-back with the, is it the strength or the power header trait he's got right there. Looks very decent with some good defensive stats as well. Ruben Blanco, a cheap goalkeeper, because right now his wages are very, very cheap indeed. 80 rated, just 24 years old, would be a pretty decent signing for us. Had him before him on Racing Santander save, and funny enough, this guy also had him on Racing Santander save as well. Both 2 good Spanish goalkeepers on cheap wages. Chancellor Mbemba from Newcastle United. Stefan Bell, from FSV Mainz in Germany. So got a few defenders on my shortlist this season at the moment. Kiko Casilla, who I don't think I'm going to go in for, 100 grand his wages right now, 33 years old. I'm going to remove him from the shortlist actually. And this guy, who I'm actually quite excited about, I haven't noticed this guy in Career Mode before, but Alexei Miranchuk from Stuttgart, a Russian cam that can also play striker. Look at this guy. He's on really cheap wages playing in Germany right now. He's got 3-star skills, 3-star weak foot, the flair trait, the skilled dribbler trait, some really good balanced physical stats, some really nice technical stats as well. This guy's got some really good attributes, and on cheap wages as well. I think this guy might be my #1 target in January. And Zonzi, if we're going to go down a veteran route, looks pretty decent, 31 years old, and still got it. 83 rated with some really good physical and technical stats. Jonas Hector from Hoffenheim, still looks pretty decent as well, 29 years old, and can also play left back as well. And the final player on the shortlist, Ava Benega, 4-star skills and 4-star weak foot with a flair trait as well. Looks very good and really cheap wages as well, although he is now 31 years old. Oh, and there's one more player as well, João Moutinho, speaking of veterans, 4-star weak foot, 3-star skill moves, high, medium work rates, and the free kick trait as well. Finesse free kick trait, finesse free kick trait, and it's pretty decent technicals despite being now 33 years old. So those are the players on my shortlist. I'm not sure whether we'll go in for too many of them, but I might make 1 or 2 more signings, and possibly in the next episode as well. Well, that's a long commentary segment, but just wanted to get through the shortlist in one go. But as for the transfer list, we'll end today's episode on this. You can see what players in our shop window. Right now, 5 players on the list, 4 of which are decent young talents, but probably don't have much of a future in this club right now. James Bree is one of them, 70 rated, who could be okay in the future, but I'm not sure he's got much of a future and much chance of out-muscling Bustos down that right-hand side. Hepburn Murphy, who could be very good as well in the future, but I'm just not sure he's got a long-term future here, with just 6 months left in his contract. Dominic King and Aidan Robinson, who you guys know about in the summer, and also Ashley Young as well, whose deal is up come the end of the year. Can leave on a free transfer, and I'm going to hope to try and get a bit of cash for him if we can in this January window. But that will in today's episode of Career Mode, guys. So a big thank you for watching. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed today's episode, then please do drop a like, as likes are of course very much appreciated, and really help channel out as well. Much love to you all. Hope you did enjoy the episode number 50 in the last episode. Hope you enjoyed this one as well. Have a fantastic Sunday, and I'll see you for the next episode of Career very soon, featuring more transfer business, hopefully 1 or 2 more signings as well, and 2 more big games of Aston Villa too.